Hello, hello, hello. Who we got here? Michael Turns. Great day for the Ramley, I would say. That was a nice game, especially the way we wrapped it up. That was just great to see. That was a great wrap up, everyone. Borealis, Darian, the Sandman, Tapatio, Shindano. What's up, guys? Great game. Oh, the Sandman is derelict. Yeah, you can derelict my great reference on that. Great Zoolander reference there. Great game today. Awesome game. Thanks everyone for stopping by. It's beer time. It's been beer time. Man, this game, I haven't looked at all the stats. I can't remember everything, but man, that was just good. All the way around, good stuff. Yeah, it got rainy. That's how you beat a bad team. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone feels good about this, right? Everyone feeling good? I'm not going to really nitpick anything. I mean, yeah, Sam Sloman missed an extra point. Not going to, what are you going to do? What is 30-10? I'll take that all day. The Mike Jackson, the Goff spike, is the most Jared Goff thing that he could do. That's going to be an amazing gif. The Jared Goff spike. He does that, and you're just like, that's Jared. That's Jared. What's up, Curtis, Jesus, Ray, Dominic, Biozio, Ruiz, La Rams, Mac333, Doug, Michael, everyone, welcome. Post-game Rams talk. Glad you guys could make it. Hit that thumbs up. Send the algorithm out there to all the Rams fans out on the YouTube universe here. JB the GOAT, Andrew, Lorenta. I mean, this is good. This is good. Yeah, 4 sacks. Did he really have 4? Did I miss one? Was that 3 or 4 for AD? But I mean, in the 2018 season, AD had 4 sacks, I think, against San Fran, and it was a couple of those games where he had multiple sacks that really pushed him up there. So I mean, what does he have now in the season? 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous. I mean, the Washington O-line, what can you do? And the Washington defense held our running game in check for most of the game until that Cam Akers run where he really busted it. I'm looking at the box score now, yeah, I mean all the way around. I mean, Goff had that stupid interception, kind of a floater, but yeah, we had 129 rushing yards. So yeah, I will take that. What's up, Thomas? CS ramifications. Dexnes. Yeah, we have some wins against some not so good teams, but I mean, you saw that graphic where they flew to Philly, they flew to Buffalo, they flew to Washington, then they have to go to New York, San Fran, then to Miami. So yeah, they played some bad teams, but they had to go on the road to do it. Nothing was easy there. And honestly, going into the season, Philly, I had no idea Philly would be that bad, but Philly's coming back. Are they winning this game? I don't know. Dallas. I mean, there are teams that are bad teams. To me, Washington and the Giants, they are bad teams. Whereas even though Dallas and Philly are bad, I feel like they're better bad teams. They're teams that just haven't had much go their way. Yeah, shout out to Neil. Okay, right here, shout out to Neil. Neil's been talking about Gerald Everett forever. And Neil, this one's for you. Gerald Everett does it for you. Gerald Everett breaking tackles, looking good. Troy Reader. Yeah, I mean, this was just great. One thing, I don't know, did anyone hear about an update on Obo? Any updates on Obo? Because I'm really curious, because I saw that play right after the sack. I saw him jam his hand and come out. And I'm like, oh man, did he break his arm? Yeah, Chase Claypool. I have him in a dynasty league, and he was on the bench today. I'm the best fantasy manager of having the guy score the most points on my bench. And so so basically I think, we just watched the Rams game. and that's what we focused on. But I think we can make our next focus the Dolphins winning. Let's just channel all of our positive vibes to the Dolphins winning. I don't even like. Of course, I want Seattle to lose, but if the 49ers lose, that will just make today just an epic everything day. Troy Reader, yeah. Shout out to Troy Reader. I mean, here's the thing with a lot of guys and a lot of fans, especially on Twitter, is a guy plays a bad game, plays bad season, bad 5 games or whatever, and everyone just wants to write him off. Everyone wants to just say, you suck, you're terrible. No, I don't care if you're a rookie. I don't care if you're an undrafted free agent rookie. You didn't play well in this game, therefore you're terrible, and I hate you, and I want you to go. So, this will probably be Troy Reader's best game of his life. But, let's all just bask in the Troy Reader glow right now. I'm just also, Lewis was actually out there. I noticed him on a couple snaps, but I think they eased him in, especially because, he's coming off an injury and it's wet out there. So I have no problem with him taking it easy. I saw Ja'Kai Polite on a lot of plays. Chiefs getting blown out. Yeah. Also, I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he scored a touchdown, but then they called a penalty on Kelsey. I mean, come on. Where did they have Reader line up at on passing outs? He was linebacker. He was linebacker for the most part. There was one sack, I think his last one in particular, where he was just kind of hanging out. And as the play developed, there was a huge hole in the offensive line, and he just ran in and sacked Alex Smith as Smith tried to step up in the pocket and scramble, and he tripped him up. Yeah, I also had a chill for Alex Smith. You want the Rams to sack him, and you want him not to do well, but you're so afraid of the leg. Because no ill will against Alex Smith is a great story, but did you see Lewis push I need to go back and watch this and really focus on Lewis. I see Miami about to score. Oh man, if Miami wins, guys, this is a dream. Lakers win. Miami beats San Fran. Rams win. Let's get a Dodgers win. Let's just go. Dodgers playing tonight. Cam Akers was smooth as vegan butter. First of all, what is vegan butter made out of? I don't know. Our defense, and especially second half defense, has sneaky good numbers. Yeah, it really does. Like our defense, I mean, granted, we played a team that, really is terrible offensively, but they had nothing. And of course they scored their only touchdown on a QB scramble, right? Miami with the touchdown. All right, guys. All right. Dodgers play Monday. Thank you. Question everything. Taylor Chance, did Trey Lewis get many snaps? I don't know how many snaps he got, but he played. I saw him in there for at least a couple. Lakers tonight, Dodgers tomorrow. Yeah, I feel confident about the Lakers winning, but just sneaky. You've seen these sneaky things in the NBA playoffs, especially with the Nuggets. So I'm just hopeful that it's just you need a LeBron and AD just total assert game, and it would help if Danny Green made a 3-pointer. What's up, Edward? I hear you. Cheers. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. If Seahawks lose, we go to first. I think I don't know. I think we'd be tied with them. Well, who's Seattle playing today? Spacing out Dallas. They're playing Dallas. They already played Dallas. Okay, here let's go. Vikings. I'll tell you this: the Seattle defense is trash. They have no pass rush. Thoughts on? Oh, sorry, I saw something. Thoughts on Alex Smith comeback? I like it, Jack. I like Alex Smith, and to be honest with you, here's the thing: in the rain, Alex Smith gives that team the best chance to win. Dwayne Haskins sucks. Kyle Allen is not the answer. If this was like a non-injured Alex Smith out there, I think this team could actually contend for the NFC East. But with the leg, that's just a whole nother situation right there. But when he came into the game, I was thinking oh, this is actually not good for the Rams because I felt great with Kyle Allen out there. I mean, that offense looked trash. Like Terry McLaurin, no factor, non-factor. Okay, yeah, Trevor, you're right. Our loss was to an AFC opponent. Yeah, most one for the Vikings. I feel like the Vikings are coming on a little bit ever since they put Justin Jefferson in the starting lineup. Skull, right here. The Bobby Trees drop. Yeah, that would have been nice. I agree. And, we'll give Bobby Trees one of those, especially because of the rain. And it's hard to tell when you watch a game like this, like, are those legit raindrops or just little sprinkles? I saw Alex Smith kid out there without a poncho on. I'm like, well, can't be that bad if you've got like a, 7-year-old in a T-shirt. Lil Slimy, what's up? What's up, Jared? I don't think Dwayne sucks, to be honest. Really, Lil Slimy? I think Dwayne sucks. Like, I think he could be put in a better situation. But to me, Dwayne Haskins is maybe Blaine Gabbert, right? I don't know if there's how many quarterbacks in the NFL I'd put behind Dwayne Haskins. Yeah. I mean, if you put Dwayne Haskins on the Rams, I don't think anything really is moving the needle there. Fuller looked hurt at the end. Did he? I don't know if I saw that. Fuller, Washington. Oh yeah. Is that? But there are other Fullers. There's like Kyle Fuller, Kendall Fuller. There's a bunch of Fuller cornerbacks out there. Give the NFC East spot to pull out all 4 NFC West teams in playoffs. That'd be crazy. And then this is all when you're looking at these games. You're just looking. I'm looking at NFC and I'm looking at big picture. So right now, let me scroll to standings to see where the Rams fit in based on the games that have happened so far. Overall in the NFC, let's see. We are in the NFC conference. We're 4th still. Yeah, because Seattle has yet to play and Green Bay has yet to play. So, yeah, Chicago. So Chicago's 4-1, but I think they're fool's gold. I'm not really too worried about Chicago. I think they'll be a good test for us, a good match. But, I don't look at Chicago going – I look at Green Bay and I look at Seattle, even Tampa Bay to a degree. And I think those are the 3 teams in San Francisco and New Orleans are kind of the wild cards there. Look at Carolina 3-2. Crazy. What's up, Mario? Cardinals are 4. Yeah. Kenny Young did well. Williams starting to make a name for himself. Yep. Yeah, Darius had a great game. Yeah, Fuller had that stinger at the end. Steelers now 4-0, and last time they did that, both times they won the Super Bowl. They were my AFC pick for the Super Bowl, actually, because their defense is better than – I like their defense more than I like Baltimore and Kansas City. And if Big Ben can keep it going, that's going to be great. Rain killed our offense, but helped our defense. Kudos to Goff for the fast start. Yeah, what's up, G Capistrano? I agree. The rain did kill it, but I mean, I felt like the push the offensive line was getting and the holes just weren't really opening as much. And so I think that I would like to see this game again, watch it again, focus on the offensive line, and then see what grades they got. Fuller might have tweaked his shoulder again. Eesh. Man, and same with Obo. Like Obo and Fuller, that Obo I felt was having a good game. Damn. Yeah, I hope he's good too. Sac City. Yeah, we do have a hella hard schedule after the bye week. I mean, we have a hard schedule this whole season, to be honest with you. But after the bye, we have more games at home. We don't have to travel as much. That's the benefit. So we play Seattle at home after the bye. Then we go to Tampa Bay, and then we come back home when we have San Francisco at home. So we have two out of those 3 games are home games. Then we also have Cardinals twice and Seattle again. But we also have Jets, and we also have another team escaping me right now. Chase Claypool, what a game. Yeah, he's a beast. Aaron Donald, 14 points. Oh, you got the IDP. Well, if you got IDP, AD is the guy to have. Taylor Rapp got a deflection and a sack. Not too bad. Yep, he did when he came in and jumped up. Fuller is a beast. Yeah, he really is. What's up, The Rock 505? Jimmy G string getting sacked. You know what? I have on Red Zone. I don't know if I should have it in Red Zone or if I should just be watching the Niners game here. Let's see here. All right, so there a couple of you were in. So I'm on I'm using this app called Flick, like Flick Chat. And I created a group, a Rams group, and a couple of you were in there during the game. I set up all these different little like polls and quizzes, and also like places where we can introduce ourselves, show our like pictures of our gear. But also during the game, there's just a chat thread. So I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, and Twitter is where people just send the tweets out there, right? And people like them or whatever, have a reply to it. But they're all very separated. They're kind of just all in there, like floating around. And so what I like about Flick is that we can just, there's a thread during the game, real-time thread, like it's like Discord or Slack kind of, or not even Reddit, but it's really like Discord, where it's just a chat during the game. And it's really cool. So I recommend it. Like everyone jump on the Flick. In my last YouTube video I have in the description, or in the top post, I have or comment, I have a link to it. But if you just download the Flick app, it's there, and it's a great way. So instead of like like responding individually to Twitter DMs or Instagram DMs, like it's just I'm replying here, replying there, replying. And between games, usually I like it's no problem. But during the game, it's good to have like a centralized place. So I say go for it. Download the app. It's free. And there's a bunch of cool other stuff on there. And we can kind of build it out however we want. So yeah. Oh, you guys like the the YouTube community post of, will you be at the live stream? Florio is a tool. I guarantee you. And it's worthy of the story, but the story out of this game is going to be the Alex Smith comeback and not like the Rams domination. Because it was a freaking domination, guys. Like, you know, I guess we didn't know Washington's safe word because we beat them. We beat them hard. We whipped them. We whipped them good. Oh yeah, 49ers got stopped on 4th down. Yeah, Flick, Mr. Ram, Flick might have gifts. I thought I saw that. Like there might be a gift thing in there. I can't remember. I'm just looking at team stats here. Dude, the Washington had 70 passing yards. They had 108 total yards. When's the last time you saw a football game, a pro football game, where any team had 108 total yards? Like that is dominating. Dominating. 38 rushing yards, 70 passing yards. I feel good. This is great. They had some new wrinkles on pass routes, downfield. Everett and Woods really got Landon Collins. Yep. And also, you know what I really like? Yeah, JB the Goat's in the Flick. Hey JB, what do you think? Ray's is in the Flick. And they're only going to talk about Alex Smith, which is fine, but they got destroyed. Cam looked shifty and great. Oh, you got to pay for the gifts? Damn it. I'm good with Alex Smith getting the attention today based on what he's gone through. We'll keep making out noise in the season. I need a Jalen Ramsey pick. Screw PFF. Akers is badass. I like it. You know, PFF, I feel like it's good to give you an idea of who's playing well. So like last year, at the end of the year, PFF gave Darius Williams and Troy Hill really good grades for the time that they played last year. And that was right. Like those are guys that coming into the season when some other fan bases were like, yeah, you only have Jalen Ramsey and no one else. I'm like, not actually. Like we have two other guys that are pretty good. And you look at PFF and it backs you up, right? So there is still eyeball test, which you got to like with any kind of, whether it's in baseball and the sabermetrics or here, there still is like eyeball test or even, you know, what is it in like the per in basketball? Like you still got to look at a player. Like someone was trying to tell me that Troy Murphy, remember that guy, the Golden State Warriors, and then the Lakers. We had him for a season. Like Troy Murphy is like one of the better players in the league because of his per. I'm like, come on, just stop it. He can't guard anyone. He doesn't make that many shots. Anyways, I digress. Unholy Spire. You won't put the interception on Goff too much. No great quarterback threw no interceptions because no great quarterback trusted their accuracy enough. Yeah, that one also was like a floater. Like it wasn't just like a nice laser. We'd like to see some more turnovers from the D. Looks like the Raiders are going to beat the Chiefs. Crazy. Yeah. Oh, you saw the Rams hold to Seattle less than 30 or 50 yards total about 30 years ago, back when they were in the AFC, when the Seahawks were in the AFC with Steve Largent. Poor Alex Smith had to get sacked 6 times when coming back. Yeah, that's not ideal. I mean, and also, like, let's talk about that hit that Jalen Ramsey put on him. I mean, listen, the tie is always going to go to the quarterback. The quarterback's always going to get the call. But in that instance, I mean, that's like a no call. He put his head down more than Ramsey did. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, and you're right. They did get it from an unfortunate pass, roughing the passer penalty. But when Leonard Floyd, I think, came and sacked from the side, or no, Obo did, and AD was just jumping out of the way and he hit him. I mean, but that's like, if they didn't get that call, they would have had nothing. I almost felt bad for him. Like, it's really like, I don't want to beat you so bad. Yeah, we do have the best running back trio. And Akers, I mean, Akers looks good. He breaks tackles. He's got some spring. I didn't expect Montez Sweat to chase him down, though. Yeah, let's blame the interception on the rain. Hey, I'm glad that Goff got 2 interceptions through the air, 1 on the ground. And then you have that interception. I mean, Goff, I think coming into this game, he was on pace for 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. And last year, he had 22 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. So you can really tell, like, the focal point of the whole thing about this offense is, oh yeah, San Francisco just got a roughing or unsportsmanlike penalty. So it's just really limiting the mistakes from Goff, which means also running the ball more. You just keep no turnovers, keep it clean, and you're going to really be in every game. You're not going to be like out of it. But 4-1, almost really like a third of the way through the season, really. We got 49ers next week. Akers look really good. Let's go Vikings tonight. I do think the Packers are legit because I think they have a good offensive line. Oh no, did he fumble it or is he down? The Packers have a good offensive line. They have a good running game. They don't have Frank Clark yet this year, so when he comes back, they'll be good. And you have Aaron Rodgers, and Devontae Adams will be back after the bye. So I mean, I think they're beatable, though. They're not like a team that I look at and go, damn, like I look at this as Seattle more like that, mainly because I feel Russell Wilson and just something about Seattle, and like they're always like coming back. They're like Freddy Krueger, Jason, like they just don't go away. There you go. Is this 14-0? Everyone drink. Miami scored a touchdown. Yeah, let's do it. Speak my opinion on topics high. Yo, great win for us. The defense has been good all year besides 1 half in Buffalo. Dolphins scored. Boom. What's up, Gurpreet? Dolphins touchdown. Exile, do you think we will get anyone to the trade deadline? I don't think so. And here's another thing. Let's talk about Josh Reynolds. Have you seen Josh Reynolds drop a ball ever? Like, that dude's hands are awesome. He makes plays when they call him. Like, I don't want them to trade him. I don't want them to trade Gerald Everett. Let's just keep this team together, keep the continuity together. Terrell Lewis stepping it up. I like it. They might make, if there are injuries, maybe. Actually, the Rams held Seattle Seahawks to a -7 yards on offense for the entire game. That happened in 1979 in the Kingdom. That is crazy. That's not even the dead ball era. Let's go Miami. All right, guys. So speaking of Miami and, F the Steelers, offensive line is playing lights out. Todd had to break out had a breakout game. Yeah, and I root for Gurley. He actually looked good today on some of those highlights. I will not bash Todd Gurley. I like Todd Gurley still. I had him in fantasy ever since he was in a keeper league, ever since he was a rookie, and he was a Ram, and then he was the best player. So he was just all the time, just awesome. So okay, I know 2 different Niners YouTube channels, and I feel like next week making the rounds. So I will let you guys know. So if we do any live streams, so that you guys can represent on either my channel or their channel, but it'd really be good to have some backup when I go into unfriendly waters. So, but I really want to really get into this 49er week coming up. What's up, Vicken? Yeah, thank you, Vicken. I really appreciate that. I've read a couple of your messages. I appreciate all the comments. By the way, guys, I would just want to say I appreciate you all. This is really fun. Right now, this is just hanging out with Rams fans talking Rams football. I wish we were all at a sports bar watching the game, or going to a game. How about this? 2021. Let's get a huge posse together, assuming that they're letting fans in the stadium. I'm going to plan a trip to LA where they have 2 back-to-back home games. So I could pretty much hit up 2 games and just take it over, a Rams Talk section. So let's do that. Anyways, so 49ers next week. And yeah, let's just take it to them. Yeah, let's just shut those 49er fans up. Ever since Gurley did that LeBron show, the shop. What's crazy? I think about this sometimes going back to Gurley. And even in 2018, the Super Bowl year, how many sacks total did we have? I'll look that up. Even in our Super Bowl year, sacks, 8 sacks. We had 8 sacks today. Gurley didn't really play in the Kansas City game. He didn't really play in the New Orleans playoff game. And he was pretty much a no-show in the Super Bowl. The 3 biggest games of the year, Todd Gurley was non-existent. And the Rams still made it to the Super Bowl. And the Rams still beat the Chiefs. And the Rams still beat the Saints. And I think that was, as much as I love Gurley and wish if Gurley was still 100% health-wise, I would love to have him on the team. But I think, Les looks at that and he's like, well, we won the biggest games of the season without Todd Gurley. So let's just get some guys in there that are younger, fresher, and cost 1/100th of the price. Yeah, Gurpreet, I agree. What happens if you're 16, Isaiah? Well, I mean, you can still go to a sports bar, right? You just can't drink beer, right? I think we can, unless it's a bar. But a lot of sports bars are just you can go in there, so you just can't order booze. I think some. Yeah, Gurpreet, you've been here for the ride. Mike Jackson, you guys have been here for a long time, and yeah, so everyone, I started this channel at the beginning of the 2018 season, and then last year I took some time off only because I had a huge life change and moving and everything, and then I got back right around the draft of this season. It took me pretty much 2 years to reach 1,000 subscribers. Pumping out content. And you go back to my videos of 2018 season, I'm getting 300 views a pop. And then really since the last 4 months, I pretty much doubled in size. It only took me 4 months. And I think it's just Rams fans are really, yeah, Isaiah, I'm not in LA. I used to be. What's up, Seth Sr.? I used to be until last year and I moved. Family stuff. So I'm not in LA, but I will be there next year. I was going to be this year, but can't really go. Everyone is just frozen. I know, Edwin. I really want to go on the SoFi. And all of NFC least. I like that. NFC least and NFC best. And Aaron Kromer is our MVP, best assistant coach position coach in the league. Yeah, I would agree. Kromer. I think the coaching staff as a whole has done a great job. Even McVay, it's just all about the adjustments. You see the adjustments on offense he's making. You see, like, from half to half, trusting himself. Yep, Ashton was there in 2018. There are a bunch of you that have been here since the beginnings. Yeah, I really, so I'm also thinking, and maybe we can do this during the off season, because right now I'm just trying to keep afloat with creating content and researching and all this stuff. But I think when we don't have as many games or don't have any games going on, we can do like a Zoom call. We're all just talking, and then I can post that on the channel, something like that. So we can all get some good FaceTime and just talk about Rams. I can even moderate it, and you guys can just, tell the world what you think, because I think I learn a lot from you guys, to be honest. That you guys bring up so much. What's up, Falking Ram? You guys bring up so many good points, things that I miss, things I forget to say, and I'm just stoked. This is awesome stuff for me. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys found me too. So I'm like, I think 40, 45 subs away from. Jimmy G gets sacked again. Oh my gosh. Dolphins are routing the Niners. This is beautiful. I'm 45 subs away from, 43 subs away from 2,000. So I'm trying to get up to 2,000. I think I'll do it this week because the Niners game brings a lot of eyeballs. But ultimately, like, I'm just hoping, let's do fantasy next year, Jacob, with subscribers. Probably have to do a couple leagues, right? Or do like a 50, 100 team league. But I'm hoping when the channel grows substantially and I can reach out to sponsors, I want to get some sponsors that like benefit everyone, right? So, you watch a YouTube ad and it like doesn't do anything for anyone. But, let's just say I was able to work out some deal with like the fan shop for the Rams, where everyone gets like 10% off an order, right? By using a special code or something, stuff like that, because I want you guys are the target audience for the Rams, and there should be a benefit for you guys, for us. And I think if, the larger we can grow this, the more power we have, whether it's having like a SoFi Stadium tour, stuff like this, where we can just take, strength in numbers, and we can really take advantage of it. Because as much as there are personal gains for me to have this channel, it's more of a passion of mine. And I really feel like it's our channel, to be honest with you. Yes, Finns, 14-0. Loving it. Thank you. How do I pronounce Milans? I appreciate that. You are always here. Owen, what's going on? What's up, Ernesto? Yeah, Akers didn't carry the ball much, and it was the rotation was a little weird. And I thought Malcolm Brown would be in there like when they needed obvious pass protection, but the kicker's scaring the hell out of you. Yeah, Sloman. I mean, even when he comes out for extra points, I'm just like, oh God, oh God, oh God. National media is so irritating. Covered the Rams, did the same thing in 2018. Like, I'm happy for Alex Smith, but that shouldn't be the main highlight. Yeah. This is when you find out who really loves you in the national media. In 2018, Ryan Clark loved us. I remember that. He was talking us up. There were a few guys on the bandwagon, because that's still when McVay had the hotness. But and then last year, 9-7, everyone drops them. Yep, Jimmy Garoppolo. Totally agree with that. Sloman scares me. Yeah. I mean, until Sloman hits some 43-yarders, like, and 30-something yarders and 40-something yarders, and even hits a 50-yarder, and then, then I'm still going to be a little skeptical. Sloman gets a pass, missing that field goal. Oh, yeah, the one in Buffalo? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that one. But he missed a chip shot field goal against Dallas and this extra point. And the Dallas one is probably just nerves, his first kick as a pro. Awesome run Akers did. Oh, yeah, all the way down the right side. Yeah, I mean, that was good hustle by the defensive end. I mean, he outran Cam Akers. Yeah, the sports media is starting to jump back on, but like, it's a game like this where they will talk about, well, the Rams played such a crappy team, of course they should have beat them. And Alex Smith. I mean, that's just what it's going to be. Yeah. Colin Cowherd has always backed us, but he predicted Washington to win this game 24-23. So that one I was like, okay, we'll give you a pass on this. And when he brought that up, he was talking about it. He's like, Kyle Allen last year started off 4-0. It's like, yeah, and then he went 1-8. He had 29 turnovers that season, last year. It's like, yeah, you got to bring up that other stuff too. What happened after 4-0? That's like in Mr. Baseball when Tom Selleck is like, you can't cut me. I led the American League in ninth inning triples in the month of July, right? What about the other innings in the other months in all of the league? So context does matter. Who's a Viking tonight? I'm a Viking tonight. Oh, yeah. Plus I have Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins and Adam Thielen all throughout various leagues. Yeah, Joy. I mean, listen, I've gone through phases with Colin Cowherd, but I think he does add good context, or he has like a good, interesting take most of the time. And he talks about LeBron all the time, which I like because of Lakers. And because he's in LA and he lives in Manhattan Beach, and he loves McVay. He's a McVay fan, so he'll always speak pretty highly of the Rams. Yeah, I hear you, Edwin. But you know who the guy is? I'll post this in the YouTube thing, the community tab. But the guy who really pissed me off, aside from Florio, was Nick Wright. Nick Wright posted that he predicted the Rams would be 5-11 this year. I took a picture of TV when he said that, or a screenshot on my phone when he said that. And then I see him on TV and he's doing his victory lap and everyone's kissing his ass about when he called that the Clippers were going to lose in the playoffs. He's like, I said it. I'm so great. And I was like, oh, you called it. You're the only one. I'm like, okay, you're going to come out and admit that you totally butchered the Rams take? Like, it's one thing to miss a projection by a game or two, but to come out and say the Rams are going to be 5-11 is just shows me, A, you have a personal vendetta against the Rams because they beat his Chiefs 2 years ago, or you just don't know football. Nick Wright is a douche. Let's just say it. He's a smart guy. He's very intelligent. Okay, anyways, enough about the mainstream media, but we play the Seahawks well, so I'm not worried about that. I just predict a split for the Seahawks. That's what I really like to just predict a split. If I just say split Seahawks, even split Cardinals, even split San Fran, then that gives us 3 more losses. And I feel like the other 2 games out of that would be tough, would be Tampa Bay and possibly Chicago. Miami would be a little tough too. I feel like Miami is kind of a no-joke team for me. Hey, see you later, Ernesto. Have a good week. Yeah, thanks for watching. Good to see you. Vikings drink skull. Hold on. It just like fast forwarded me here. Yeah, he did call Jared Goff mediocre. Yeah, cool. Wow, did the Giants just score on the Cowboys? Wow, the Cowboys lose to the Giants? That actually helps because then it gives the Giants a little more cred. Yeah, Nick Wright. Hey, Joe. Nick Wright and Mike Florio are the biggest Rams haters. Those guys suck. Those guys. And here's the thing. They're just paid to be talking heads. By the way, I wanted to know more about Mike Florio. Where did you come from? What's your deal? I read his Wikipedia. The guy's a lawyer, and he has like 2 engineering degrees. But he started the Pro Football Talk website in like 2000, 2001, like the golden age of internet. And it got bought by NBC Sports. And that's, I think, and he's practicing law on the side. So kind of interesting about Mike Florio. I had no idea. Yeah. Yeah, Nick Wright, pick a haircut. Yeah, he's one of those fast-talking, smart guys. Yeah, but let's all remind him. Let's all tweet at him or tag him when the Rams win their 6th game. Yep, Giants up against Dallas. We should wipe the Cardinals with their defense. I agree. Yep. Honestly, I thought Rams would be a 9-7 team again, but this should be a 12-win year or 11. I thought Rams would be 10-5 / 11-6. Because when you look at the schedule, it was hard to say here are 7 losses that I feel comfortable saying they're going to lose to these teams. Like you could say, okay, Dallas, Buffalo, Philly, like heading into the season, Dallas, Buffalo, Philly, San Fran twice, Seattle twice. That's 7. Then you have Tampa Bay at 8. But I don't think San Fran and Seattle will be twice. So they'll bring that down to 6, even if you had Tampa Bay. So, yeah. And also, I mean, we had a lot of question marks this team. Keep in mind, this is the 3rd youngest team in football, guys, the Rams. So, that's pretty sweet. We got a lot of developing guys. Cornholio. Yeah, Nick is a bag. Yeah. Yep. I know my Rams too, Falking Ram. And he is a tool. I mean, there are guys on there that just they talk about so many things that they can't really be experts on everything. They can't. People know their teams, maybe a few things outside of that, but what are you going to do? Go Giants? Did I say 10-5 layups? I meant 10-6. It's 10:47 p.m. for me right now. All games are winnable. I agree. Mainstream media talking heads, Fed talking points, they are full of shit. Yes. And there was someone who called out Stephen A on this. Oh God, who was it? Was it Ryan? No. It was like an ex-player who basically said, we just talk about the stuff we're told we have to talk about. And Stephen A was like, oh, you just told everyone out loud. It was pretty awesome. You know what, Falking Ram? I remember Jim Everett was the QB of the Rams team when I was a kid. When I started liking the Rams, was the guy. And I was on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, and I'm like building up, starting from nothing on Twitter. And who follows me? None other than Jim Everett. This is the coolest thing. Jim Everett is super cool. On Twitter, he'll reply. He'll, engage with fans. He's just all about being a Ram and being cool with the fans. So Jim Everett, always lots of love for Jim Everett. Yep, our defense is awesome. And I'm really, really encouraged by Troy Reeder stepping up today because, if Micah Kaiser's out any longer, then that really helps. Ken Jeong as a former dentist to legit actor. Oh, that's fun. That's funny, CS. Yeah, Pro Football Focus is a success story. And, I think a lot of these guys, they just do their hot takes. They can't focus on everything. So what are you going to do? But when they just keep talking about the narrative was of the first week was the offensive passing interference, right? Then the narrative of the second week is what's wrong with Wentz, And then the narrative of the third week was, well, Josh Allen's the MVP. And, it gets tiring after a while. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ashton, I feel like had we won that, had we won that Buffalo game, I think might have looked at us a little differently. But still, I think with Jared Goff there, no one really takes us seriously. That's just the unfortunate truth. Ooh, the Giants with a pick. Is it going to be a pick 6? Oh, he wants it. He got it. Pick 6. Giants. Wow. I mean, I would love to see Jerry Jones' head just explode, just spontaneously combust. This offseason is looking like a win for Les Snead and crew. I agree. See, there's a difference between what fans think and what the front office thinks. And we all want, we're all talking shit. We all think, this player's not that good. What are they thinking not doing this? Like, you remember how a lot of fans were talking about how we needed to draft offensive linemen? And the Rams were like, no, we don't. And Aaron Cromer actually said something a week or two ago, which I felt was very interesting. Is like, listen, people outside the building, they thought our offensive line was bad. Our offensive line is not bad. It was just inexperienced and injured. We knew it was good, but they just needed time to develop and they needed to stay healthy. And that's exactly what's happening. Yep. Having O'Connell definitely has helped Goff and McVay tremendously. Like, you look at Goff now, and he seems like a guy, even though O'Connell's new, and he hasn't had an offensive coordinator in a couple of years. And then when he did, they were like, it was Zach Taylor, and then before that, it was LaFleur. So he's gone through some changes, but he looks comfortable, like he's been running this offense for years. And I even remember when we had Sam Bradford, it was like every year was a new OC, and it was a new OC, and it just, you can't keep doing that. But he looks really comfortable. Yeah, don't call him Chris Everett. He will get pissed. Jim Rome. Like, where is Jim Rome these days? Like, really? I mean, he was up there. He was up there. You saw them in Houston and we won. And you met Jim Everett's sister? Is that what you're talking about? I believe you. Hawk and Ram, I believe you. We're in the tree of trust, the trust tree here, okay? Who do you hate more, the Niners or Seahawks? That is the easiest question anyone will ever ask, and it's the 49ers. Who just scored a touchdown? Kyle Juszczyk? Damn it. 49ers by far. It's not even close because we were rivals with them back before we moved to St. Louis. And we were in battles in the NFC West, battles with them all the time. And then when we moved to St. Louis, we were terrible. They beat us 17 consecutive times. That's 8.5 years of losing to them every game. And also before then, when we were good, they would beat us in the pivotal games. So that hatred goes back, whereas the Seahawks weren't always in our division. That was only since they realigned everything, or maybe even just before that. But we used to be in the division of like the Falcons, the Saints, the Niners. Were Cardinals in the East? I can't remember. But yeah, the 49ers by a mile. And it's actually the teams I hate in all sports are pretty much the San Francisco teams. I hate the Giants. I hate the Niners. And I hate, I guess, the Celtics for the Lakers. Also, but Golden State, I wasn't rooting for Golden State at all. Like, let's just get that clear. Yeah, Taylor ends. Yeah, it's weird. I feel like our defense has really good possessions, or really good stops in the third quarter to begin the third quarter, but our offense is a little flat. Rams definitely are a playoff team. Yep. Also keep in mind that we still haven't seen the best of this Rams team. We get Robinson back in a couple of weeks, and the offense can very much be better than we've seen. Yeah, we have yet to really click. I feel like we have a super blowout ahead of us. Like, I mean, this game very easily we could have scored. Well, I don't want to say very easily because of the rain, but if there's no rain, then I think we score another touchdown at least. Shannon Sharp and Skip are just told to disagree and stuff to make it more interesting. Yeah, totally. Like that thing that Skip Bayless said about Dak Prescott being depressed. Like, that's just trying to get a hot take. Dan Deerdorf ran games. I just miss Dan Deerdorf in general. The Dorf. Hey, see you later, Seth. I don't know if you already bailed, but see you, man. Ron works for CBS Sports now. I never see him as I don't really watch CBS. Interesting. I mean, what's he even doing? Golden State? Yeah. This is just a play on words I always thought about, like Golden Tate Warriors. If you ever have a fantasy name you need. The Saints are a legit rival of ours, even though they're not in our division. I can't stand I can't stand the Saints either. I mean, I would put them as a rival. Okay. I would say for the Rams' third rival spot, I don't know. It almost seems like Philly a little bit because they've had our number recently. The Patriots definitely, but we rarely play them. Oh, that's who we play also, the Patriots. Yeah, if they don't have COVID by then. But Saints, I think Saints would be another team in the right there to have a rivalry with. Yeah, Ashawn. I really don't even know if he's coming back for reals, but I hope so. Hey, what's up, Milan? Yeah, the greatest show on turf like that. It was those years, the early 2000s, where then we turned the tables on the Niners. And even though they had good teams with Terrell Owens and Jeff Garcia, the Rams were just like on a completely different level. And that back then, that's a good time. A lot of people fell in love with the Rams when they were the greatest show on turf. I mean, that was just an amazing team. Ashawn can take the year off. Hey, see you, G. Capistrano. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good start to the week. Winers, Rams run a deep rivalry in the NFL. They do. They do. Let's see here. Yeah, Patriots definitely are a rival. But since we just don't see them that often, it's just hard to I always root for them to lose. Jim Everett would have pounded Jim Rome. Rome was shitting his pants when Everett warned him, but he didn't listen. It was tough as hell, but had no protection, even wore him. Sad grade on him. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there is the phantom sack. Look at Fitzmagic scrambling for the first down, everybody. Let's see Miami get another score here. Oh gosh, Fitz, and I also love that Fitzpatrick was drafted by the Rams. Always have love for Fitzpatrick. Fantasy players ever be right about the Rams? What do you mean, Borealis? We're fantasy, in fantasy football? Golden Tate had a record breaking and entering a donut shop. Ha! Let's see what you did there. Yeah. I mean, I think out of the AFC, it would be the Patriots, but it's really, let's go Fitzmagic. Yes. Yeah, they're just marching down the field. Is Richard Sherman playing in this? Yeah. PPV Fire God. I feel like our QB contain could be a little better, but I mean, we've played teams that all have good scrambling quarterbacks. Like Dak can scramble, Wentz can scramble. We all know about Josh Allen. Kyle Allen is only good on the move. Daniel Jones excels. He's their leading rusher. So, did Fitz throw an interception? The Troy Reader's performance, and maybe he gets more snaps. A good compliment. I'm happy for Troy Reader. He played a hell of a game, and it's going to be interesting to see. But at the same time, I think it's a little easy to tee off on a quarterback in a game like this. You basically, Al Smith doesn't have an arm. It's raining. It's not going to throw that deep. And they, outside of McLaurin, they don't have a lot of deep threats or, and really anyone to receive. So you could just pin their ears back and go. And Troy Reader was able to get in on that. I mean, sacks from a linebacker are not the most common. If Troy Reader was playing outside linebacker or, here we go, edge or something, or defensive, tackle, then that would be great. But I'm just basically what it comes down to. These are my thoughts on Troy Reader. Our starting middle linebacker went out, and we had a guy step up and come in and handle it. And that is, I'm happy for Troy Reader, and you got to perform. I think that just speaks to our depth. La Ramelia, you became a Rams fan in 98. You were 8. You were born in 90. Whew, I feel old. Greatest show on turf, a lot of role players, Donut Brothers, London Fletcher, Tayoka Jackson. Ooh, Tayoka Jackson. That's true. Yeah, they did have a lot of role players there. Gosh, I'm trying to go back. I also remember the skill players like Tony Horn and Azahir Hakim, Ricky Prohl. So a lot of these dudes who, weren't the flashy names, but also were pretty awesome, pretty big studs. I mean, because a different player goes off every week, like Cooper Kupp is the only guy that generally has similar good stats every week. Yeah. So fantasy, like aside from maybe starting Goff, like, I have Henderson and I have Akers in the league, and I had him on the bench today because I'm like, I don't know who's going to do what today, and should have started Hendo, even though I thought Hendo was going to have more carries. But you're right. Like between Woods and Kupp and Higbee's done nothing for 3 games in a row. So it's, come on, score that touchdown. Miami, let's get in there. It's 3rd and goal, but there's a flag. Please not holding. Should we go after Henry from the Titans next year and trade Akers and Brown? He's such a force and he's a free agent next year. No. I mean, he is a force, but just if there's anything we've learned about running backs is it's a shelf life. Like, we're just getting out of a financial hellhole with Todd Gurley. And, look at that. I mean, how many running backs really stayed dominant for 10 years? And he's taken a lot of pounding, Derrick Henry. Took a lot of hits. I keep Akers. I keep Hendo and Brown. I mean, Brown might go, but I think Hendo and Akers. I mean, that's a combo you want. So I'm still not sold on Reader too, but I mean, if he's your backup, then that's not too bad. Should we go after Hendo? Okay, just Terrell Lewis had his hands on Alex Smith. I think he did, yeah, but I'll take your word. I need to see that again. Giants have the ball back up 11. Jesus. Come on. Troy Reader's our next strength coach. Pace, Orlando Pace. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't a role player, though. Orlando Pace was the number 1 pick in the draft. Pancakes. He was always pancaking guys. I love that. I don't hear people getting pancaked anymore. Quentin Nelson, I think, pancakes guys. Oh, what? Miami? 2nd and goal now on the 16? Just don't turn it over. Ah, damn it. Who did that? Who got the sack? Who's that guy? By the way, the dude that the 49ers traded away, DeForest Buckner, is a force on Indy. I think Staley's been doing good. What do you guys think about Staley? You think he's been doing good? I mean, look at the defense. They've allowed 19 points in the last 2 games. I'll take it. I mean, the Buffalo game was kind of an exception because we were missing some guys, and the Buffalo game was a good offense and good play calling, and our guys were not communicating after Jordan Fuller went out. Okay, let's do it. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Miami with the touchdown, guys. Touchdown Dolphins. Is that Devontae Parker? Yes. Fantasy points. Yes. I'll take that. That's just food for the soul. We should just do, like, if the Niners ever play after the Rams, we should just have a Niners live stream party and just watch the Niners get the hell beat out of them. This is great. See, I'm glad I'm hanging out with everyone who's so like-minded in hating the 49ers. This is just everything to me. Terrell Lewis has high-pitched Mike Tyson voice. God, I don't recall that. Like, I've heard him talk before, but I don't recall it. Hey, also, what I've noticed about Terrell Lewis is that he's very active on Instagram. So if you have like a picture of him, like a Rams picture of him, just write something nice about him, like tag it in your Instagram story. I think he'll like repost it. So, it's always cool. It's always cool when then like a professional athlete sees something you've done. Like I mentioned Troy Hill in some comments, and I saw like in my Instagram story, I saw Troy Hill had seen it. I was like, ooh, Troy Hill saw my stuff. So yeah, the Niners beatdown parties. Let's do a watch party. I'm in for hate watching the Niners. Yes, me too. God, Chase Claypool on my bench today. This is going to kill me. I'm going to lose this matchup too. Chase Claypool had 39 points on my bench. But, like, how are you going to know Chase Claypool is going to drop 39? Jesus. I had the 49ers last in the division and got so much hate. Yeah, got so much hate for me. I had the 49ers not making the play. So when I did my first schedule announcement, when the schedule came out, breakdown, I had us losing twice the Niners just because of the scheduling. Obviously, injuries had played a part in it, but when they got closer to the season, I was really thinking, like, there's the Super Bowl hangover is going to be real because it happens to, like, every team except for the Patriots. And there's some stat out there, like, at least 2 teams every year that made the playoffs in each conference in one year don't make it the next year. So who in the NFC would not make it this year? And I had the Niners as one of those teams because I felt the Rams really got better, and the Seahawks actually when they got Jamal Adams. Yep, NFC title game, that would be great. Is Jimmy playing next week? Well, I mean, Jimmy G's playing in this game, right? I think he is. Your twin brother is a Niners fan. Oh my gosh, Jesus! What the hell happened there? That's like when you look back at the Civil War. Like, one guy fought for the Union and one brother fought for the Union, one for the Confederacy. Like, how did that happen? How do you guys even talk to each other? That's just crazy. Niners way overrated. Do you think the Rams win the NFC West? I don't know. I mean, I hate to say yes or no. I mean, it really is like it's them and Seattle at this point. I mean, anything can happen, but it's just a toss-up between those two. Claypool make Juju a traveling MA next contract. Yeah. Harulahu. What's up, Adnan? I don't think so. Not yet. I don't think Sloman's done anything to really lose the job. I mean, I feel like he missed 2 kicks. Really, to me, is the first field goal against Dallas and the extra point today. But the one in Buffalo, I don't really put against them. Rams do have the best defense in the NFC West. Yeah, Jesus, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you guys still talk. Hey, what's up, Vincent? LaFleur versus McVay. What would you do? I'd go McVay. We beat him. We beat LaFleur. Wait, LaFleur wasn't the coach. Yeah, LaFleur was only the coach last year, right? I'm confused. How many sacks did AD have? 4. He had 3, but yeah, the box score said 4. He missed 2 PATs? Oh, God. Sloman. The late round secondary DB selections, those players have been doing the most. Borealis, that is a great point. Do you guys all have a subscription to The Athletic? I mean, you should really do it. It's like super cheap. It's like $1 a month. And Jordan Rodrigue writes for The Athletic for the Rams. And she did a piece on Jordan Fuller, and really awesome piece. Obo has to go. Well, I think Obo's injured, but Obo was great. I like Obo. But guys, The Athletic, read it, because she brought up a point about Fuller, like how they basically they thought the scout who graded him, who's like a very stingy scout with the grades, gave him like a top 10 pick grade, right? And so the Rams were hoping they could get him later, like when they did, and they were so happy when they got him. And it's also because the Rams have a data analytics team, which I saw this when the Rams had their review of the draft, and they brought in the area scouts and some of their like analytics guys talking in like a Zoom call with JB Long, I believe. And I was thinking, I was like, I wonder how much the Rams use analytics when evaluating players and roster. And it seems like a lot. That played in a big role with Jordan Fuller. So Very good read. It's in the Flick chat. Like I said, guys, get the Flick chat app. It looks like here. Okay, I think 38 people in there. Let's get some more. Yeah, so it's this. It's a weird one. I don't know if you guys can see this. Screen looks weird. Anyways, Flick chat. Find the Rams on there. Jump in there, and we can kind of mold it however we want. But some of you guys were in there today, and we were chatting during the game, live chat, like this. Yeah, Legatron, take me back. Yeah, can we trade Sloman for Legatron? Yeah, Rams Wire with Cameron DeSilva is also really good, Trevor. You're right. I listen to Locked On Rams by Sosa, read The Athletic, the Rams Wire, and Rams Revealed with JB Long, and of course 11th Personnel, which is the Jordan Rodriguez, Rich Hammond. Ooh, ball loose. Miami have it? Who has it? Damn, San Francisco has it. Rams brothers are good too. There's a lot of good ones out there. So, and so essentially, this is kind of a little look behind the scenes of what I do before every Rams talk. Is I essentially listen to all the podcasts, Locked On Rams, because Sosa also writes for PFF, so he has like PFF grades on there. I also subscribe to PFF, so when those are on there, I look at that. The 11 Personnel podcast, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything I can, like, any piece of content that I could read, I digest about Rams, and then I start writing down my notes, and then what I do for the upcoming week is I find the beat writers for the other teams, find them on The Athletic, find them on Twitter, find the like Rams Wire or 49ers Wire or Washington Wire, read like their version of Cameron DeSilva, and then the same with the Locked On podcast. I find it for that team, and I listen to those. So I just spend way too much of my life with this stuff, and I do have a family. But yeah, it's just these are all great sources for everything. Yeah, and going into this season, I think the some places rank the Rams as like having the 15th best receivers or 12th best receivers, and it's just like, come on. And because everyone was saying, oh, you lost Brandon Cooks. It's like, yeah, all like 500 yards last year of Brandon Cooks. Come on, give me a break. For us in Europe here, next game is 2:20 a.m. Just to mention, Trent. Oh yeah, it's a Sunday night game next week, right? Yeah, I'm not going to be watching. There's not going to be a pregame or a postgame live of that. I will be watching it when I wake up. Did I actually? Let me just check my calendar here. The 19th. I took the day off. Taking the day off, so I'm going to wake up on Monday, watch it, take the kids to school, watch it. And then probably have a Rams talk for you that night or Tuesday. But you're right, Adnan. Adnan, do you stay up and watch those? Like those Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night games? Because 2:20 is just tough. Because then you're watching it till like 5:30 in the morning. It destroys your whole day. We played great today. Yeah, you are right. We are a better team now than last season at this time. Only if we stay healthy, go Rams. Yep, Calvin, I totally agree. Kate, I hope the Vikings pull up the upset. They usually have close games with the Hawks. Always better to be underrated. Go Finns. The Finns just broke a big one. Ooh, get it on the red zone here, hopefully. Finns scored again? Did they? Oh, man. This is just amazing. Come on, Finns. Was it an interception? What happened here? Fitzmagic? Jeez. Gazeki. Whew. Gazeki. Wait, 21-7. Handoff. Wait, am I watching a delay here? I'm confused. In the red zone. Oh, they broke a big one. Okay. Yeah. And let's put this up 28-7. Like, let's really just annihilate the 49ers. Let's make their fan base question their existence. When you were 12 years old, you wrote to the Rams GM and got response. I also wrote on the teams on schedule and got their annuals and responses. See, CS is a huge fan. I like that, CS. Adnan. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends. But Serbian TV broadcast it until early morning. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much. I think NFL Game Pass, everyone, is now like 25% off because we're a quarter of the way through the season. So if you don't really have access to the Rams, you're watching from another location, check out NFL Game Pass. That's what I'm watching right now. And it's awesome because you also get the all 22. I don't know. I think with the NFL expansion, we'll see. I really don't know. Well, what'd you say? Just the number one seeds in each conference. Yeah, I mean, you really got to fight for that number one seed now. But it lets an extra team in. So I guess that's the trade-off, right? 49ers, Seahawks, Cowboys losing. Yep, I agree. Wow. Rams have more sacks today than all Seattle all season. Remember how we're always talking about our pass rush is crap? Jolando Butterfield. I look like a buddy of yours who's a Jets fan. It's crazy. I have 3 Jets fans. 3 of my best friends are Jets fans. And only one of them is from New York. One moved from England and picked a team out of a hat. Bad move. Another one just grew up loving Al Toon for some reason. I'm feeling good. Yes, I do think we'll beat the Niners. I do. They're not who they were last year, and the Rams are better than who they were last year. So, yeah, Connor, you have the Sunday ticket. See, that'll do it. Game Pass. Okay, Peter. So here's the deal. Game Pass, I think, is like 25% off. If that's the case, then it's probably like around 120, 130 bucks. I don't know. Look into it. But here's the thing. So I watch it on my browser. You can also watch it on Amazon Fire Stick if you have it on your TV. I don't know, maybe Roku. I don't know. But you can watch any game, Red Zone. You can go back and watch any game, and then you can watch. They have the game condensed in 40 minutes, so you can watch any game in 40 minutes, and the full game without commercials. You can watch the highlights, or after like a couple days, they come out with the all 22. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the all 22 is basically they show like almost like the coach's booth view of the field with all 22 players on it. Well, first it cuts to like the time and the down. There's no sound. Then you get all 22 players, and then then it cuts to another view, which is like that in the middle of the field camera where you're looking right onto the offense. And you can see that. So you can really look at see how everyone's playing, seeing the formations and all this and that. And then it just cuts to the next play. You see like the down and the time. And then it cuts to like the all 22 players, and then just the straight onto the offense. And it just goes like that all the way through the game. So it's really cool. If you just have time and you want to really look and like focus in on a defense or anything like that, your offensive, the routes that everyone's running and stuff, Game Pass is pretty solid. And you get NFL Network. So you can just watch it anytime, even if you don't have it like through your cable provider. Kate, I think we do. I think we have the Sunday night game next week. Ooh, Eric Peterson. So Eric Peterson here, he knows how amazing Germany is with parental care. When was your kid born? Because we had our kids in the States, and we had like 3 months, 2 to 3 months off. My wife did. I had to go back to work the next week. But Eric, I guess if you're on parental leave, that means your kid is waking up all times in the night. So your sleep schedule is totally off, and you can watch a game at 2 a.m. Everyone have kids in Germany because the social system is pretty sweet. Well, Benny Dorado, I think we're a different offense. I think we actually kind of are a little more dynamic this year. We're just not as explosive. And I think it's because the NFL caught up to us. The coaches caught up to McVay. And now McVay's adjusting to that. What's up, Woozles? Yeah, Aaron Donald, for sure, Defensive Player of the Year, especially after today's performance. All three phases look good. We just got to be consistent. Our taking today was awesome. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Wendell. Woozle speaking facts. AD's a beast. Yeah, AD Defensive Player of the Year. Socialism rules. Here's the thing, guys. Quick thing. You're going to hear in America a lot about socialism is terrible. And it's terrible in America because Americans don't have it. Now, not all countries are the same with how they set everything up, but Germany's got it right. Like, I can't even tell you enough. I have not once dealt with an insurance company, health insurance. You just go to a doctor. You don't get a bill. You just go in, boom. You don't have to talk to Blue Shield. None of that stuff. Your wife has a baby, year off, paid maternity leave. And the husband gets, Eric will tell you, his kid is born in July. His wife takes 18 months off, and he's doing 6 months off. So nights are okay, and he has some time for football. Yes, 30 vacation days. Eric, where are you in Germany? Why do I live in Germany? My wife is German. And I actually spent 2 years here 10 years ago. Then we moved back to the States and lived in LA for about 8 years, back kind of close to my hometown. Cost of living drove us out of California, to be honest. And also, we didn't have enough time to vacation or experience life. Like, it was 10 vacation days off and back to the grind. Hey, Eric, do you have a different name on another channel? Because I feel like I've spoken to you before. Yeah, I'm in Hanover. I'm in the northern part. Fuller for defensive rookie player of the year. Maybe? I'd have to take a look. I don't even know how the other rookies are performing. Yeah, see, Ashton knows. Yeah, Germany, don't get me wrong. There's some things about Germany that are crazy that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, they don't know how to stand in line. Nothing's open on a Sunday. There's way too much bread. I love bread, but way too much bread. Like, I need to diversify my diet. Just so much bread. The bread's good. Too much bread. And listen, what we pay monthly to live in a house here is half of what I paid to live in a townhome in Redondo Beach. We pay, I don't know, like $50 a month for our kids, 2 kids, to go to like preschool, kindergarten. In where we were living in Redondo, would have been like $2,000 a month. Plus, the government gives us 200 euros each month per kid until they're 18. So we have 400 euros back from the government just in our account every month. Yeah, Eric. Okay, so follow me on everyone. If you're not following me on Instagram, real LA Rams Talk, and Twitter, real LA Rams Talk. So that way, DM me, whatever. Go on the Flick Chat app. Find me on there. We can always message there too. But yeah, Eric, I was actually near Nuremberg kind of this summer. We did a road trip down south. Went to France, to Strasbourg, and then we went down to Bodensee and Freiburg and Neuschwanstein, and then we went up to Rothenburg, and we were going to hit up Nuremberg, but we went through Würzburg back up home to Hanover. But yeah, a lot of Germans are loving NFL. Sorry, guys, I just went into a Germany thing right there. Yeah, when AD jumped on Alex Smith's back and rode him like a backpack. Yeah, I just don't know where all the taxes in California go. Like, you pay so many taxes, and like, where's that money going? I don't want to get into politics either. But California, I love California. Like, I absolutely love it. There's a reason why so many people live in California, want to live in California. But like, I'm just priced out, and I'm not like, I make decent money, but I'm priced out of like where I grew up. It's crazy. My parents sold their house for over $1 million, and it's not even like a major, like crazy, amazing house. It's just like a 1-story, 3-bedroom house, not that much square feet. They sold it for $1 million, over $1 million. I couldn't live in the house that I grew up in a normal suburban area in Torrance. It's just crazy. So, wow, Miami with the interception. How much time is left in this half? Probably not a lot. Oh, and Vegas, Ray, with the Raiders move. Well, Connor, so California is awesome. Like, seriously, especially in LA, because there's everything you want. Well, you have ocean, you have mountains. If you like music, all the bands play in there. So many different foods, so many different cultures. It's just like there's anything you can want to do. But it's just way too expensive. Like, can't really retire. Anyways. Oh, Kenny, you were stationed in Germany in the U.S. Air Force. Amanda, Miss Schwankbrot. Are you talking about like, what's Schwankbrot? I mean, is it some sort of like ham bread or like pork bread? Ah, kid. Your family lived in Hahn, just out of Dusseldorf. Well, look at all these German connections here. How's the beer in Germany? So Germany does a lot of IPAs. It's really like a Pilsner, but you can get some. But I mean, like the crazy thing also about the beers in Germany is like you go to their grocery stores, and some of them they have like a separate store which is just a drinks store which is attached to the grocery store. So in the grocery store it's just everything, and then you go into this other store that's like connected to it, and sometimes they're just standalone stores, and they just have it's like a Bevmo. It's like a freaking Bevmo, but for all kinds of beers. It's just crazy. And you can buy 6-packs, but it's usually cases, like 20 case. And they're anywhere between 8 and 14 euros for 20 beers. This is a local Hanover beer, and every city has local breweries. So this one had Gilda, Ratskeller. This one was like 9 euros for 20 of these, and it's good. I mean, it's just this is the place to be for beer. Don't like IPAs, not so much. California, U.S. better in IPAs, but I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And like when you go out to a restaurant and stuff, like you're not paying like $6, $7 for a beer. You're paying like 2 to 3 euros. It's crazy. Live in Bakersfield, Cali, but don't want to retire here. Definitely want to get out of the country. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to save money in California. It's Santa Cruz, nice. Bought 3 houses in Ohio for the price of a dump in Santa Cruz. I'm being serious. Yeah. I mean, we could have moved to Texas or another place in the States, right? But since my wife is German, we have the easy in here. And, to be honest, like when Corona hit, we had this thing called Kurzarbeit, which means short work. And we basically, I had Mondays and Fridays off. So I only worked 3 days a week, but I got paid like 90% of my salary. And then I still had 30 vacation days. So now they're just like, you just need to take time off because you have too much. You have to use it. Like never in my life has this happened. I will have more time off this year from work than I probably did in the 5 previous years combined. In America, just grinding. Anyways, and Bakersfield is, that's tough stuff. Michael Brockers. Michael Brockers, he eats blocks. He's good in the run game. He's okay in the pass game. Yeah. Tyler, where are you, Tyler? Hold on a sec. I mean, I like Brockers. I'm not gonna. He's just there. He's great, and he's also like a lot of things have to be said for just like being a good leader. And I think he's like a really good leader and glue of the team. 30 vacation days. Damn, yeah. Like no joke, 30 vacation days. And the company shut down for that I work for, shut down for like 2.5 weeks in the summer for like a summer break. And you still got paid your like, it's crazy. I will have had all in total probably like 60 paid days off this year because of Corona, because of summer break, and my own personal time. But I can't travel to the States because it's all messed up. See Aaron Donald versus the Cowboys in cheering line. Whose stats are better? Well, after the Dallas Rams game, the center or the guard, I think the guard for Dallas, had the worst pass protection grade in PFF after he faced Aaron Donald. Did Jimmy Garoppolo do something? What part of in Germany? Let's see, where is that? Shane, I live in Hanover. When I first moved here last year, I lived in Berlin, and then we moved to Hanover because I work here. My company's here in Hanover, and it's nice. We're like in a kind of a countryside, in a house with a garden, kids all around. No restaurants, that sucks. Dodgers and Lakers, LA is rocking championship this year. Okay, so let's just go. Let's put our positive vibes towards the Lakers tonight, close it out. Let's get that tied with the Celtics all time. Then let's take care of business tomorrow night. Rams, let's go Dodgers. You know what? Dodgers, Astros, with Dodgers winning World Series would be just so awesome. But if the Dodgers, Astros play in the World Series and the Dodgers lose, then that's just going to be tough. Another pick for Jimmy G. Oh God, he's just trash. Is this where he gets picked here? Oh yeah. You know, when you see these like preseason hierarchy things where Jimmy G is ahead of Goff, it's like people are really just smoking crack. Vote. Fear the Walking Dawn. What's up, Dawn? Yes, vote, everyone. Vote. Actually, I'm sending this baby in tomorrow. My ballot, my absentee. Boom. There we go. Yep. Voting for Hulk Hogan. Burners are going to be weird next week. Either going to be super desperate or super deflated. Yeah, and I think that, you know, each game is a week-to-week deal. Like, look at the 49ers. They destroyed the Giants, and then the Giants gave us fits. And so it's kind of like, you never know what you're going to get. Do the Dolphins score, please? No. Threw it out. Okay, I guess I'll just go for field goal. That's fine. Jared Goff will always be underrated. Listen, if Jared Goff, what should we call the three-headed monster in LA? Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? I'm going to ask that question in Flick. See, I don't know. Anyone have any ideas for that? You know, then maybe we can get some T-shirts made or something. That'd be pretty cool. Jared Goff is just, it's his personality. But I'll tell you what, if Jared Goff has like a crazy year, like throws 35 touchdowns, not that many interceptions, and the Rams win the Super Bowl, I think you're going to start seeing Goff respect. But like, you know, you look at a game, a lot of these games, and he's just looking good and efficient and not really taking too many risks and putting up decent stat lines. And so you're just going to kind of be like, just like this. Yes. Hey, don't fear the walking dawn. I'm all about voting. All about it. If this election isn't stolen. We'll see how that goes. Jesus Christ. And it's like, why? Like, honestly, why can't things just be freaking normal? Why can't things be freaking normal? I like, honestly, I don't care which party. I just want a president where we're just not talking every day about something about the president. I just want just normal life again. Ram-derated. I like that. 30-7 at halftime, Kanye 2020, just so he can drop an album from the White House. Why not? What's your hardest game in 2020? You mean the Rams? Maybe a Seattle game? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, Aikman likes him. I think because quarterbacks know, right? Talking heads don't know. Hollywood Hendo. May you live in interesting times. Chinese curse. Yeah. Chinese curse, Chinese fortune cookie. Get that a Panda. For a three-headed monster, since we had the Colosseum and Roman and Greek culture are very closely related, maybe the Hydra. That's also like Marvel, right? Hydra. Hey, you know what, Borealis? All right, you know what? I'm going to create something in Flick tonight. Everyone come into Flick and just ideas. I can create any kind of polls, quizzes, like kind of little chat areas, and we can have running chats of people dropping that in their Hydra. Maybe get like a, I don't know, was it a dragon or something? Is that a Hydra? It's like not a dragon, but it's like one of those creatures that has the like three-headed dragons, like Game of Thrones. Giants, Cowboys, stat. Yeah, Giants will pull it out. Or sorry, Cowboys will pull it out. Three-headed dragons should be called the battering rams. All games are winnable. Hail Hydra. Yep. Run, Rams, run. Sign for Flick. All right, Andrew. Nice. Ken Anderson, a great QB who had great success. Not many remember how good he was. That's Goff. Was Ken Anderson a number one pick, though? It's crazy because, like, I guess, or I'm sure that Carson Wentz will have more. He'll be talked about more after this week than Goff. King Ghidorah. Oh, yeah, from Godzilla. Do a Madden league, but only Madden 19 due to the new ones being trashed. I haven't played Madden in a while. I actually need to set my PS4 up. I haven't done it since I've been here in Germany. But I stopped playing Madden after a while because it just felt like I was buying the same game every year. Yeah, and then I was just buying like I was playing like Destiny and Call of Duty and Uncharted and stuff like that. I am the Rams, Jim Rome. Come on, Jesus. Rack 'em. Yeah, oh gosh, I gotta enter my I have to channel my inner Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck. All right, La Ramelia, take care. Actually, guys, I'm gonna go too. It is 11:38 p.m. and I have to work tomorrow. So Cerebrus was a three-headed hell dog on Tuesday for you, just because I like to wait for all of the the PFF grades and the different things to drop, all the different analytics. But see you later, Ray. Hey, guys, once again, I just really appreciate y'all. This has been really awesome. Have a good day in the States and a good night in Europe. But Steven Jackson is prime with this offense. That's Shane. Good call. But love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Today's game was actually a good game. I wasn't freaking out too much. I was actually, didn't get any gray hairs. Steven Jackson was my favorite Ram before Todd Gurley was. And before Steven Jackson, it was probably like Marshall Faulk / Torrey Holt. And before that, it was like a dry spell for a long time. I didn't really have one. And then before that is probably like Jim Everett, Flipper Anderson. C.S. Wilson. Guys, you guys know a lot of myth. All right, guys. Hey, see you next week. Ellard was great. See you next week. Actually, I'll let you know. Just stay tuned to all these things, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and I'll be doing some live streams of 49ers guys and dropping a couple videos. And then, no post-game, pre or post-game live stream next week for the Niners game because I'll be asleep. So have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much. And as always, go Rams.